1 second, Dottie. The live stream is just starting. Hold on.
Joyce is in the waiting room now. I see.
1 second, Dottie. You're live now.
Okay, is everyone in that needs to be in? Okay, so again, good evening. My name is Dottie Virgil. Along with Selena Vickers, we are co-chairs for this meeting. I call this meeting of the West Virginia State Democratic Executive Committee for Diversity and Underrepresented Constituencies, also serving as the Affirmative Action Committee. I call this meeting to order. This meeting has been called by the current AAC CDUC co-chairs for the purpose of conducting the business required under the WVDP bylaws and the Affirmative Action Plan, including the election of AAC CDUC co-chairs and the selection of 6 diversity at-large members to recommend to the West Virginia State Democratic Executive Committee for appointment at the June 6th organizational meeting. Selena.
Welcome to all of the AAC CDC members, guests, nominees, party leaders, and members of the public who may be viewing this meeting on YouTube. Thank you for being here and for your willingness to participate in this important process. Tonight's work is about strengthening representation, honoring the purpose of the Affirmative Action Plan, and helping ensure that the West Virginia Democratic Party better reflects the diversity of Democrats across our state. I want to thank the Diversity Caucus co-chairs for their work and continued service. Because several diversity caucuses, including mine, have not yet held new officer elections, the current caucus co-chairs remain the proper representatives for purposes of this meeting. They were duly elected by their respective caucuses and continue to serve until their successors are elected. Their participation tonight ensures continuity, avoids a gap in caucus representation, and allows this committee to complete its required work. We also, and I think Mike's going to also talk, and you've received an email to encourage setting a meeting to elect new co-chairs of the diversity caucuses. We also welcome all the nominees who are present tonight. So thank you for your willingness to be considered for service. Serving on the West Virginia State Democratic Executive Committee is meaningful work, and we appreciate every person willing to help build a stronger and more representative party. We would also like to thank Ryan Frankenberry. He's the executive director. Ryan has assisted Dottie and I in preparing for this meeting and assisting behind the scenes with technology to make this meeting available by Zoom and viewable on YouTube. And he has graciously agreed to assist us with the electronic balloting. So thank you very much, Ryan. In addition, I'd like to recognize my guest, Cindy Lavender Bowe. Cindy has met over the last several months supporting women candidates and is working with the Women's Caucus. Cindy, thank you for your service. And now I'd like to recognize the chair of the West Virginia Democratic Party, Mike Pushkin.
Oh, okay. Thank you, co-chairs Vickers and Dottie Berger, for allowing me to hop on. And thanks for everybody and all of the chairs and co-chairs of all of our affirmative action caucuses and all of our constituency caucuses that we've had. And I can say I've been definitely wholeheartedly supportive of this action of creating these caucuses, and in order to for the purpose of exactly what they're intended to do, and that is to have a better representation for too often historically underrepresented constituencies within the Democratic Party. And I believe it has whether the caucuses have been meeting as regularly as they should or not, it has created a more diverse executive committee with the outgoing committee. And hopefully we can do our job tonight. You can do your job tonight and make sure that that's also reflected in our incoming committee. And my only my main concern is that we actually, it's not a concern, but my main goal is that we just follow the plan as written, and then work together in order to have an executive committee, which is the governing body of our state party, and make that more reflective of our party as a whole. So thank you for the work you're about to do, and I appreciate you. It's really been an honor working with all of you. I appreciate you. Thank you. With that, I will be quiet.
Thank you, Mike. Before we begin the formal agenda, I want to explain briefly once again the purpose of tonight's meeting. Under the bylaws and the affirmative action plan, this committee is responsible for electing AAC CDUC co-chairs and selecting 6 diversity at-large members that we recommend to the West Virginia State Democratic Executive Committee for appointment. The diversity at-large positions exist to help ensure that the State Executive Committee better reflects the diversity of Democrats in West Virginia. Because the 6 recommended members may participate in Executive Committee officer elections if appointed, we ask that tonight's meeting not be used for campaigning for or against any Executive Committee officer candidates. Appointed members will have the opportunity to hear from candidates and make their own decisions. We ask that everyone be respectful of one another. We ask that we keep comments focused on the pending business. We will also do our best to make sure that every eligible AAC CDUC member has a fair opportunity to participate. For purposes of nominating and voting tonight, only AAC CDUC members may nominate and vote. Nominees are welcome and may speak when recognized under the adopted procedures, but they may not make motions, nominate, or vote unless they are also voting AAC CDUC members. Selena? Go ahead.
All right, so we're now going to do a roll call, proceed to a roll call of our members. As your name is called, please state that you are present. And if you are also serving as a proxy for another AAC or CDUC member, please state that when your name is called and identify the member for whom you are serving as proxy. Christina Baisden.
Present.
Andrew Caldwell.
Yes, present. And I'm also the secretary of this ACC CDUC, and I'm taking the minutes.
Thank you, Andrew. Linda Childers.
Present.
Marion Clater.
Here.
Emily Clifford.
Present.
Dottie Berger.
Here.
Kim Felix. If she comes in, somebody please alert me. Pam Garrison.
Present.
Jackson Hustle Davis.
Here.
Josiah Sorrent.
Present.
Selena Vickers, I'm present. And Martise Washington.
Present.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. We do have a quorum. Dottie?
Okay. The next item of business is approval of the minutes. The minutes from the prior meeting were provided to members. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, the minutes are approved as distributed. Selena?
Okay, so we're going to move on to the adoption of the election and recommendation procedures. This next item of business, the proposed procedures were provided to the members in advance. They were also posted on the website, on the state party website, and will govern tonight's election of the AAC and CDUC co-chairs and the selection of the 6 diversity at-large recommendations. These procedures are intended to make the process clear, fair, orderly, and consistent with the bylaws and affirmative action plan. Is there a motion to adopt the proposed election and recommendation procedures for tonight's meeting? Mary Ann?
Point of information.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
wanted to know, previously, we were able, like, once people are nominated, to ask them questions. I mean, not 50 questions or anything, you know. So is that going to be allowed this time?
It's not included in the procedures, but we can certainly amend the procedures to provide for that. Do you have language you're suggesting, or would you like me to offer some language?
You can all, I mean, just like what we did before. I mean, I don't remember the language we used before, but I know that we did this before.
Okay. So, what do you think about that? Do you want to limit it to a certain number of questions?
Yeah, I would say probably no more than 3, because I'm afraid, like, maybe if somebody did ask a question, then, like, maybe they had a follow-up question. I don't know. And there may be no questions. I mean, I didn't want to not give everybody opportunities that they, because sometimes we don't know anything about some of the people. You know, some of us we know, like, most of us know Ariana, you know.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity for the people that we didn't know.
Okay. What do you think about this language? Up to 3 questions may be asked of nominees related to qualifications, willingness to serve, understanding of the role, commitment to the purposes of this work, and ability to help the state party better reflect on the diversity of Democrats in West Virginia.
That's fine.
Okay. Brian, do you have access to the would you help us update that?
I'm looking for it now. Can you send me that?
That language I just had. Hold on. Oh crap, I just lost. Give me just 1 second, Linda.
Okay, I have it.
Okay.
I see it from the transcript. In fact, I think if we just take it as a motion that we add it then and vote upon it, we have it in the transcript and I'll add it to the rules.
Okay. Okay. We'll hold off on voting because we have to adopt the whole thing. So just hold off on that just for a second. Linda?
Is it too late to nominate somebody?
Oh, we're not nominating just yet. We're just doing the rules, but absolutely not. It's not too late.
Thank
We'll
you.
get to that in just a minute.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Andrew?
Yeah, is that language that you used in the chat? Will it be in the chat?
It will be in the procedural rules.
Procedural rules.
Yeah, what was sent out.
I
Yeah.
will add it to the chat as well for your awareness.
Thank you very much.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, so let's proceed to a vote. So the procedural rules with the addition that AAC members may ask nominees up to 3 questions related to the nominee's qualifications, willingness to serve, understanding of the role, commitment to the purposes of the affirmative action plan in this process, and ability to help the state party better reflect the diversity of Democrats in West Virginia.
And who seconded that motion?
Well,
believe-
I'm asking for a motion to approve the procedures that were sent out with that addition. Is there a motion to approve the procedures with that addition?
Yes, I will make that motion. Andrew?
Okay. All
Right.
right. And is there a second?
I second.
And
Any further?
who seconded? I didn't catch.
Linda.
Linda Childers. Thank you.
Excellent. Any further discussion? Okay, we'll take a vote on the procedures. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, excellent. All right, this motion is adopted and the procedures are now in effect. Dottie?
Okay, before we proceed to elections, I want to explain how voting will work tonight. If the co-chair's election is contested, voting will be conducted by Google form ballot. If only one person is nominated for a co-chair position, we will not use a Google form ballot for that position. Instead, we will conduct a voice vote. Even in that situation, the nominee must receive a majority vote to be elected and selected. The 6 diversity at-large selections will be conducted by Google form ballot. The ballot link will be placed in the Zoom chat. Only voting AAC CDUC members should access and submit the ballot. If you are voting only for yourself, you should submit one ballot and indicate that you are voting on behalf of yourself. I don't believe we have any proxies for an AAC CDUC member, but if there are, you would vote twice, once on behalf of yourself and once on behalf of the person for whom you are serving as proxy. When voting as proxy, you would indicate on the Google form that you are voting as proxy and identify the person on whose behalf you are voting. Please do not share the ballot link outside this meeting. Please do not access the ballot unless you are a voting AAC CDUC member or are properly serving as proxy for a voting AAC CDUC member. Selena?
Sorry, I was muted. All right, now we're going to move to the election of the AAC CDUC co-chairs. Under the bylaws and the AA plan framework, this committee elects co-chairs of different genders and from different caucuses to help lead the work of the AAC CDUC. First, we're going to do nominations for the male co-chair. Nominations, and we do need to, we will ask if people are willing to serve. Okay, so nominations are now open. Are there any nominations? And when you make your nomination, those who are making the nomination may speak for 1 minute to give a nomination speech, and then also we will provide time for those who are nominated 1 minute to speak as well. So nominations are open for the male co-chair. Are there any nominations?
I would like to nominate Dottie Berger. Do I talk now or does he talk?
No, go ahead, Emily. Go ahead.
It probably won't be a minute, but I've been able to work with Dottie as a female co-chair on the AAPI, and I think just his experience and everything that I've seen him grow and learn since we first started here would be a good carry on for being male co-chair.
Thank you, Emily. Are there any other nominations for male co-chair? Are there any further nominations for male co-chair of the AAC CDUC? Are there any further nominations for male co-chair of the AAC CDUC? Hearing no further nominations, nominations are closed. We're still going to hold a vote because we have to have a majority. That's how we select, is by a majority. But we're going to hold off on that for just a moment. Let's allow Dottie. Dottie, would you have a minute to speak, please?
I gratefully accept the nomination, and I'm willing to serve, and we can save time by not using the rest of my minute.
Okay, all right. So because our procedural rules provide that if this position or the co-chair position is not contested, that we could do a voice vote as opposed to doing it by a Google ballot. So we will do a voice vote, all in favor of Dottie Berger of AAC co-chair, male co-chair. Please say yay.
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 Are any opposed? Okay. Dottie, congratulations. You are the male co-chair of the AAC.
Thank you.
All right, now moving on to nominations for the female co-chair for the AAC CDUC. Nominations are now open. Are there any nominations?
I nominate Mary Ann Claytor.
Do you want to speak for 1 minute, Martise?
Yes, I can. Ms. Claytor has been actively out working in different sets of communities, trying to bring everybody together, especially working to bring more youth into the Democratic Party. And she's always got her ear to the ground, and she's always trying to figure out exactly how we can shape and change the narrative and the pathway forward. So I wholeheartedly support this nomination, and I nominate her as the co-chair of the Black Caucus because she's an amazing person and she really does good work.
Thank you so much. Ms. Claytor, are you willing to accept the nomination?
Yes.
Thank you. Are there any further nominations for female co-chair of the AAC?
I would like to nominate Christina Bateson.
You can speak up to 1 minute, Josiah.
Christina Bateson has been a good friend of mine for a few years now, and she has dedicated her life uplifting people and creating a change for her own community. And that's why I would think that's why I'm nominating her.
Thank you, Josiah. Are there any further nominations for AAC female co-chair? Are there any other nominations for AAC female co-chair? Are there any other nominations for AAC female co-chair? Hearing none, nominations are now closed. Ms. Claytor, you have a minute. Please share with us whatever you would like us to share about your nomination.
I want us to keep in mind that, representation does matter, not just in words, but in our leadership and the decision making. And being the co-chair of the Black Caucus, we have been very active, very visible. We have put on virtual events. We put on candidate forums, one in which we are going to be doing tomorrow. So we are very busy. We've done trainings, and we have never in the history of having the AAC had a Black woman as our co-chair. We do not have, after Daniel Walker left, we don't even have in leadership, we have not had a Black woman. And I'm not just saying, because I am Black, but because my work speaks to all the things that I've done over the years and the outreach. And we always, when we have Black Caucus events, we don't just have them for the Black Caucus. We always open it up for every Democrat to come and participate. And that's what I want us to, to consider, that if we're talking about representation and you look at the numbers, that as far as Black women, what we have now are 3 Black men. And most of the other groups, other than the disability and the youth, have met their representation, even the LGBTQ. And now with Dottie being elected, the AAPI would have their numbers, the Latinos have their numbers. But if we're going to say Black women are the backbone of the Democratic Party, we are tired of being the workhorses and not being in leadership positions.
Thank you, Ms. Claytor. Christina, would you like to speak?
Yeah, I'll briefly speak. First, I want to thank Josiah for the nomination and just for believing in my work in the community and with the LGBTQ community. We are seeing active legislation against us in legislature almost every single legislative cycle. And I think it would be good to have some more representation for us specifically. And yeah, I feel very honored. Thank you so much.
All right, and I think I forgot to ask because we did the rules a little bit different to the question part of it. So we didn't ask questions of Dottie. You got by with that, Dottie. Are there any questions from the AAC members for either one of the nominees? Okay. All right.
I do have a question. Sorry, Selena.
No,
Came
go
to me
ahead.
a little bit late. I have a question for each of the nominees. I am co-chair of the senior caucus, and I wasn't clear on whether the caucuses, any of the other caucuses, are meeting. So, are you all co-chairs of? Well, obviously you are. So, are your meetings meeting monthly? Marianne, you can start.
We do not have monthly meetings. Our last meeting before the last meeting, well, we had one in November of 2025, and then we just had one, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I have to look for the date. So when we voted that we would not have monthly meetings, because a lot of the people in our group, they're very active, and they did not want to have monthly meetings. So we usually try to do at least quarterly, but when you start getting around the holidays and like we're going to have our elections going to be, I think it was July 23rd. I haven't sent out the notice yet because I've been working on this co-chair thing or the candidates forum. So we will meet more often when we have an action that we are working on. And then we do slow down around the holidays. We're not having, like, a lot of people are active with the Juneteenth around the state. So that's why we decided not to have a meeting in June, to go ahead and, do the 30 days for the election. We said we'll go to July.
Okay, thanks.
The LGBTQ caucus has not met in quite some time. We have had issues garnering interest in the meeting itself, we met for months, and we just weren't getting anybody. We were advertising on Facebook. We were advertising, emailing everyone, notifying them. I do have the intention of re-upping the LGBTQ caucus, and doing a notice for our 30-day elections that we were supposed to do in June to play catch up. And we hope to elect new leadership and hopefully garner more interest in that arena. Thank you.
Thank you.
Martise.
My one question is, because we do have to move forward together, is how are either one of you guys already planning to work with the youth? And Miss Christina, are you already on the committee?
Yes, I won Senate District 9. I had my name on the ballot for that, as well as House of Delegates for District 44 as the primary nominee. Oh, and the question about the youth is, currently we are trying to work on getting a Young Democrats here in the county. It's something that we've been talking about for months. We're just needing to pull the trigger. I've already been in contact with Olivia Dowler about this, and we've tried before to get it up and going to no avail. So hopefully this time sticks.
Are there any other questions? I'm sorry, Mary.
I thought, did you want me to answer?
Oh, yes.
Did you want me to answer his, or you were waiting to see
Yes,
if
I
he had
do. Thank
oh,
you.
Okay. I was on the old committee. I was, elected on that, but I'm unfortunately in a gerrymandered district, and I do not currently have a seat, uh, and I was the only last remaining Black woman on the committee under the old committee. I have been very active in, probably more so. I didn't know that who the new after Jacob, because I was very active in working with Jacob and are trying to do things together to encourage the youth participation. And that's one of the reasons that honestly I did encourage Martise to run for a co-chair when we had an opening, because we didn't have, at that time, we didn't have a lot of participation within our party from young Black men. And there's something I forgot to mention earlier, is that we put our candidates, the Black candidates, out online. We try to post on our social media. We also try to post during Pride Month about the Black, historical Black LGBTQ, and I feel like, and the women. We do a lot, and I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. So did I answer all the questions?
That's for Martise to answer.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Garrison.
Thank you, Selena, and thank both of y'all. I've been, and a lot of y'all have been in the caucuses since the very beginning, since we got them set up, and so it's all new, and it's been new. But there is some issues that I would like to I'd like to know if it's something that y'all would look at seriously and be willing to make changes. We've had a real problem with like being able to track things that are going through the executive committees, the bylaws, things that are being passed like resolutions. We need a system to where we can find out and we can keep up with where they're being passed, where they died, where we need to try to get them along further, and communication with knowing what the other caucuses are doing. You know, we're all supposed to be a team and stuff, and it seems like we are all just in our little separate islands, and nobody really knows for us to be able to work together and things like that. And when I've tried to bring it up in like committees, I pretty much get told to take my ball and go home. So I want to know if this is something that y'all would take serious. So thank you.
But who do you?
Marion, since you were
want me to go
nominated,
since I don't.
yeah, Marion, why don't you go ahead and go first?
Okay. Yes, I believe we should be a cohesive group. We should not be divided, no matter whether I'm the type of person, if you don't agree with me, I'm still going to be respectful. I've been an auditor. I was an auditor for the auditor's office for over 22 years. I'm used to being unbiased in situations. And I believe that we do need a tracking system. It's just like with this meeting, I didn't even know who was still co-chairs. I thought Ariana was still the youth co-chair. So under my leadership, we would stay informed. We will be very transparent. Don't expect me to be doing any backroom dealing. We're going to be totally transparent. Everyone involved. I don't have time to like do political games. I'm about the work. I'm about us getting things done. I'm about us moving forward, being fair, transparent, and most of all, welcoming. And if anything that anybody wants to put forth to the executive committee, I will be happy to make sure that that is brought through. And if it had been brought to me even when I was just on the committee, I would have done it, just even though I wasn't elected under AAC at that time. I would have been happy. And most of you all know I have no problem standing up and speaking out for our underrepresented constituencies.
Christina, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I will agree with what Pam said about the communication between the state executive committee and the affirmative action committee. We have to know what the left hand and the right hand are both doing, and what is important that's coming up and potentially could affect the caucuses in some way. And I don't know how we could potentially do a caucus to caucus type of informational newsletter or whatever. Maybe we can do like an overview. But I'm open to suggestions on what you think that would look like, Pam, moving forward. So I appreciate your input. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, so we are going to, because this is a contested election, we have more than one person running. This will be decided by Google ballot. Just FYI, there is no secret balloting, even though this is just a way for us to record. These votes will be able to be viewed. I'm not sure exactly how, but Ryan's going to make that possible. So this is not secret in any way. It's just a way that we can capture this information easily, and just an easy way for us to vote. So Ryan, are you going to put the link in the chat? Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. I have it loaded right now.
Okay, so I just want to be very clear that the people, if you are a nominee or a guest, and I'm not sure if you'll get this link, but if you do, please do not click on it. The only people that should access the link are the AAC members. And And please, and we're asking you all for nobody to share that link outside of this, obviously. Hold on, let me just look at my notes really quickly. Okay, so go ahead and put the link in the chat, Ryan. Again, only voting members should access the ballot link. We don't have proxy, so we don't have to worry about that. So please complete the ballot now. If you have any trouble accessing it, please let us know.
By way of update, we have 11 responses.
This meeting is being recorded.
I'm sorry, I was talking and Ryan didn't hear me. Ryan, we have one person who, at least on what I saw, one person who is a nominee vote. Do you see that? I have it on the spreadsheet. Ryan, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Sorry, my screen share changes the way I see things.
it's okay. Can you look at the spreadsheet version of this?
I see.
And the next to last person is a nominee who voted. Can we delete that?
Yes, no worries.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Is voting closed?
Has everybody had an opportunity to vote? If you haven't, please let us know right away, but I believe everybody has. All right. Oh, hold on. Ryan, if it's helpful for you not to share your screen. Got it. Got it. I understand now. Got it. All right. I did not see that. I was looking at the spreadsheet. Okay, I apologize. I was looking at the spreadsheet while he was looking at the graph. Go ahead and show us the information. All right, so the results are Marianne Clater received 4 votes. Christina Baisden received 7 votes, which is a majority. Christina, congratulations on being elected the AAC co-chair. Marianne, thank you so much for being willing to serve.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me give you an opportunity to speak to Christina. Did you want to say anything, Christina?
I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who voted for me, and I will definitely take this title and job seriously. And diversity and is a real passion of mine. I am just an advocate for all people. So thank you.
And Christina, congratulations. And I'm turning over the co-chair position to you, and I'll be just a regular member now. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Selena, for your service as our co-chair. We really appreciate your work with the AAC.
Yes, thank you, Selena. And now we can proceed, I think, to the nomination selection of the 6 diversity at-large recommendations. We will be selecting, again, 6 individuals which we will be recommending to the executive committee for inclusion on the executive committee. And the final decision will be made by the executive committee on June the 6th. These positions exist to help to ensure that the state executive committee better reflects the diversity of Democrats in West Virginia. As a reminder, the AA plan identifies historically underrepresented groups, including Black Democrats, Latino, Latina, Latin, Hispanic Democrats, AAPI Democrats, LGBTQ plus Democrats, people with disabilities, and youth. Youth is defined in the AA plan as people under 36. The bylaws and the AA plan encourage the use of DNC-derived data to inform this work. The last known data adopted by the executive committee as representative goals for historically underrepresented groups in the West Virginia Democratic electorate includes Black 7%, Latino, Latina, Latin, Hispanic 2%, AAPI 1%, LGBTQ 7%, people with disabilities 23%, and youth 25%. I ask that you keep these in mind, that these are representative goals, not mandatory quotas. Women are also included in the AA plan as a historically underrepresented group. However, women are not listed separately in the representative goals chart because the AA plan does not provide a separate numerical target for women. Instead, the AA plan recognizes that the National Charter and the WVDP bylaws already require equal division between men and women on Democratic committees and similar bodies. For that reason, women's representation will be addressed through compliance with the equal division rule, including when selecting the 6 diversity at-large recommendations. When considering nominations, members should consider both the representative goals and the current aggregate representation of the incoming WVS Democratic Executive Committee. Members should also consider whether each nominee, A, is a registered Democrat in West Virginia, B, is willing to serve for a 4-year term, C, understands that the executive committee meets at least 4 times a year, D, understands that the executive committee has an attendance policy, E, is aware that the executive committee organization meeting is scheduled for Saturday, June 6th at 3 p.m. When making a nomination, please provide 1, the nominee's first and last name, 2, the historically underrepresented group or groups identified in the AA plan with which the nominee self-identifies, if known and voluntarily disclosed, C, the nominee's congressional district, if known, D, the nominee's gender, E, confirmation that the nominee is willing to serve, and F, contact information for the nominee, which will be shared with the co-chairs and executive director if the nominee is selected. AAC CDUC members who nominate someone may speak in favor of the nominee for up to 1 minute at the time of nomination. Nominees who are present may also speak on their own behalf for up to 1 minute after nominations close. Nominations are now open for diversity at large recommendations. Are there any nominations?
Yes, this is Andrew. I have a nomination.
Yes, and
That would be Ray Whiting. And if I could speak now?
yes, please.
Okay. Ray Whiting is a graduate of Marshall University. He was served on the Board of Appeals, the Appeals Board at Marshall. He also hosts a podcast called Our Voices, and which gives voice to underserved communities. Ray served on the AAC CDUC committee. He's a strong, dedicated Democrat, and currently he's the committee chair for Juneteenth committee, which is in Charleston. And also Ray is the president of the graduate chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. Ray Whiting.
Thank you, Andrew.
Mhm.
Are there other nominations?
This is Jackson Hustle Davis. I couldn't, I can't find the raise your hand button, but I would like to nominate Ariana Islam. She's a female, youth, Asian American, and overall she's just a great young lady. And I think she's done great things for youth, and I think she'll continue to do great things for youth. So I nominate Ariana Islam.
Thank you. Other nominations?
Yes.
Go
I'd like
ahead.
to nominate Barb Green.
You have a minute.
Andrew, I understand that you have a list of Barb's accomplishments.
Yes, I do. Be
Could
glad
you share
to.
those, please?
Yes, ma'am. So, Barb Green, the way we know her, Linda and I, serves as the secretary of the senior caucus. And unless she was out of the country or something, attends every meeting and does, is a very consistent person as the secretary of the senior caucus. Barbara was born in Morgantown, spent 30 years as a teacher, band director, actually in Randolph County. She was the treasurer for the Democratic Women Club, Elkins. And in 2018, she ran for and won the Randolph County Democratic Executive Committee. So she was on that. In 2022, she moved back to Morgantown, Mon County. And in 2022 and 2026, she ran for and won the Democratic Executive Committee, Mon County. She is also the parliamentarian of the Mon County Dems and also the Mon County Female Democratic Committee.
Okay. Any other nominations, Mary Ann?
I have two, so do you want me to do the two like together or what you
Yeah, let's do them one at a time.
Okay. I want to nominate Martise Washington.
You have a minute.
You want go ahead and speak for Martise?
It's on his truck.
I can't hear you. Did you want me to go ahead and speak on Martise before my next one?
Yes, please. Speak on Martise.
Martise is very, very active in the Black Caucus, very active in his community. honestly, if anybody wants to know how to get bridges fixed or worrying about the suicide rate of our young people, it is definitely Martise, and he would be a great asset. He's ran for office a couple times. He would be a great asset to the executive committee as we have not met our expected number of current membership. And I think now that there is, of the three Black men that are currently on, there's only one young Black man. And I think that it's time that we do pass our torch and encourage our youth, and that we would truly be about representation.
Thank you, Mary Ann. You had a second nomination?
So my second nomination is Joyce Brown, and I did want to go on record that our caucus, we made the determination on who would be nominated. This isn't something that Martise and I decided on our own, because we believe the voice of our whole caucus is important, and not just that we would unilaterally make decisions. Joyce is just now becoming, more active, and I think that's one of those pass the torch situations that we have, is that we got to pass the torch to our newcomers. And as I said before during my speech, we have zero Black women on our committee, zero Black women in leadership. And it's time for that to stop if you continue to want to use us as workhorses and don't believe that we have the skill set or the abilities or whatever it is that you all use to put us at a higher standard when it comes to leadership. So I ask that you vote for Joyce so that we can be what we say we are on this committee, that is about representation and nothing else.
Thank you, Mary Ann. Selena?
Yes, I would like to nominate Pam Garrison. Pam Garrison represents people with disabilities. She is the current co-chair of the Disability Caucus. Pam has been one of the strongest advocates I believe I have ever seen. She has been so incredibly dedicated to her work, to improving the lives of other people, not just people with disabilities, but all people. She has been nationally recognized for her work, to the point that Yale has invited her to speak in a series where she goes up and talks to, our up and coming leaders, to let them have a clue about what it's like to live in Southern West Virginia. She is a tremendous asset to West Virginia. And I think she would do an excellent job in terms of representation. As you know, the information that was sent out, our representative goal for people with disabilities, I think it's 23%. So 23% of the people who elect Democrats are people with disabilities, but yet our state executive committee at this point, by self-reporting, only reflects less than 3% of that. Both youth and people with disabilities are the biggest categories of where we, I think, are so incredibly underrepresented on the state executive committee. So I submit my nomination for Pam Garrison. I have another one in a minute, but I'll come back to that. And Dottie, I don't know if I said she's in Congressional District 1. And she is willing to serve.
You're muted.
Pam, did you have a nomination?
Yes.
Go ahead, please.
I'm like them. I've got a male and a female that I would like to nominate. Lenny Stewart for the male. He has been a great organizer for the Democratic Party. I believe he is in District 1 also. He's with the LGBTQ caucus, and I think he would be a great candidate. And do you want me to go ahead and give you the second one?
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, Pam, if I can, and how do you spell Vinny and Stewart? How is the name?
Lenny, Lenny Stewart, Stewart.
A-R-T. Thanks.
Uh-huh. And for the female, is in District 2 is Brenda Weiss. And Brenda was the former state executive member who has advocated for good communication and developing out the party infrastructure. She's one who really pushed for the outreach and education and recruitment. And so I nominate her. Thank you.
And again, Pam, can you spell Brenda's last name?
Weiss, Weese.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Christina, I apologize. I was probably muted when I was asking you to go ahead, and so you didn't. So Christina, let's get back to you.
Thank you, Dottie. I would like to nominate two people as well. First would be Josiah Swarent, male, LGBTQ. Very proud of his advocacy for our community as a whole. And also, I would like to nominate Cal Carlson, also male, LGBTQ. And he has done tremendous work as the county chair. And both of these nominees are young. And if we are going to continue to pass the torch, we have to give them a seat at that table. And Cal just willing to fight for our community as well. So thank you so much.
Again, Christina, could you spell it's either Cal or Cal Carlson. How do you spell the first name?
C-A-L.
Good enough. Thanks.
Welcome.
I know Cal is in CD2. What about Josiah?
Josiah's in 1.
Okay. Selena, you had another nomination?
No, somebody nominated the person that I was going to nominate, so I think I'm good. Thank you.
Are there other nominations? Are there any nominees who have who would like to speak who have not yet spoken?
Dottie, I just let Cal Carlson.
Cal,
For
you,
reference, Martise has his hand raised.
oh. Sorry, I can. Marquise, go ahead, please.
You said you asked for nominees, right?
I asked if I hadn't heard any response for new nominees, so I asked if the current nominees who had not spoken would like to speak for a minute.
Okay, I wanted to be clear, yes. So I'll kick that off if that's fine.
Yep.
Okay, well, obviously my name is Martise Washington. Um, Not only am I a disabled Black young man, which marks a whole lot of what we're looking for, I'm also active in my community and I get things done. I'm not one person that likes to sit around and have meetings after meetings. I actually like to bring people to the table, listen, hear them out, and we need to have solutions to solve the problems that we have. A lot of times, Black and brown people are continuously looked over. People with disabilities are continually looked over, and people who are gay are also looked over. I'm bringing all of that to the forefront. Youth and hard work ethic, and diversity, the things that we need to lead us into the future. And I'm always willing to work with anyone, but I will not bow down to anyone, a system, or any type of organization that does not put the people and their needs first. We always have to remember we are all here because we're trying to make the future better for each other. And sometimes we put ourselves before that and we forget about the people. And I'm never going to be able to do that because I'm in the community always, and they remind me every day they're the people who I'm fighting for. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marquis. Ariana, would you like to speak?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. If you don't know me, my name's Ariana. A few years ago when this committee was first formed, I was one of those elected to be one of the at-large members on the state committee, as well as I was involved in the Youth Caucus and the Asian Caucus. If I am reelected to the committee, I'd like to continue doing the work I was doing. I bring a voice of being a young woman of color in West Virginia to the committee, and I think that's something valuable that we need at the state level. So I bring the representation aspect, but I also bring experience. I've been involved in the party in different ways throughout the years. I was a candidate for House Delegates. I was College Dems president, as well as Marion Dems vice chair when I was in law school. And now I'm involved in the Ohio County Dems as well. And so in my work life, I'm a public defender now. And so it's my job to represent people who don't have a voice, and to bring their voice to the forefront. And I like to do that in my politics as well. So I'd like to be able to continue doing that.
Thank you, Ariana. Are there other nominees who have not yet spoken that would like their minute?
This is Joyce Brown. Good evening, everyone. Am I muted?
Go ahead, Joyce.
Okay, thank you. So I am willing to serve, and I would like to just want to say that I am a current candidate for the House of Delegates District 52. And I represent underserved people of color and the underserved people of the Upper Kanawha Valley. So that's really all I want to say. Thank you for the nomination.
Thank you, Joyce. Cal, you have your hand up. Would you like to speak?
Yes, thank you all for the nomination for this. My name is Cal Carlson. I am currently the chair of the Monongalia County Democratic Party and the County Chairs Association. I am the first trans man to be a county chair in this state, and I am just I'm a young person still, according to Young Democrats, under 35. And I am so committed to staying in this state, continuing to live here, fight for other young West Virginians, fight for trans West Virginians, for healthcare access, for, social needs, And I'm just really dedicated to the Democratic Party and our democratic ideals, whether that's, through my work as chair of county chairs, I've traveled all throughout the state just to listen to people, hear about what's going on, help revitalize a lot of things. And I am very much committed to continuing to advance this party, not just through November, but through beyond, and continuing to advocate for those who don't always have a voice and let them know that they definitely have a seat at our table. So thank you all.
Thank you, Cal. Josiah, you have your hand up.
Hi, my name is Josiah Sarand. I have served in the West Virginia State Democratic Executive Committee during these past 4 years. I have learned a lot, and if reelected, I will continue using my voice to those who don't have a voice and to make sure everybody is heard. I'm hoping to be an inspiration for other youth Democratic men and women, and it was a privilege being one of the Democratic youth to be a part of the WVSDEC and representing both the youth and LGBTQ plus groups. Thank you.
Thank you, Josiah. Are there any other nominees who wish to speak?
Dottie, this is Pam Garrison. And I just want to thank Selena for that. All the things she said, that was really special. Thank you. I think most of them on here know me or have seen me, and they know that I'm a fighter, and I'll keep fighting for justice, for what's right, and for all of us. So thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Ray, you have your hand up. Would you like to speak?
Yes. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for the nomination. As you well know, again, I've served in a couple caucuses here within the party. I know that the party as a whole, it is fractured right now, and um, I hope that we all can come together on one accord and unify this and make this a stronger party, thus regaining our state back. And again, it's well out of hand, it's out of control. And again, we need to come together with one voice. And again, I know it's just have a little voice in everything. And I will say, and Martise he has a bigger voice than I do. So props to Martise. Again, I just want to be a vessel, and again to be hopeful in the caucus and the party, and again make things happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Are there other nominees who wish to get their 1 minute? Hearing none, I count 10 nominees and 6 positions, so voting will be by Google form ballot. Thank you to all the nominees. Could we please have the ballot placed in the Zoom chat? Ryan? And again, only voting AAC CDUC members should access the ballot link. If you are voting for yourself only, then submit one ballot, and I think that's the case here. We don't have any proxies. Indicate that you are voting on behalf of yourself. If you are serving as proxy, submit a separate ballot for the proxy vote and identify the person. Again, please do not share the ballot link outside this meeting. And is the ballot ready?
Dottie, are we going to be able to ask questions?
Oh, sure, yes. Let us do that. Go ahead, Marianne.
Same question for everyone. What I would like to know is the last caucus meeting, did you attend? If everyone can answer that, that's my only question. Oh, I do have, wait a minute, let me ask Cal a question first. Cal, do you currently don't you already have a seat? And by the way, I love you. You were so helpful in my campaigns. But I do want to know that don't you already have a seat on the committee?
Yes, sorry, I can't speak tonight. I currently serve, as the County Chairs Association representative.
Okay. Yeah. Other than that, I just would like everyone to respond to when's the last caucus meeting, which caucus, and the date that you attended.
Okay, just to move things along, let me read out the names as I have them in the order they were nominated, and I would ask you to keep.
Point of order.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, our added rule says that the AAC members may ask up to 3 questions related to the qualifications, willingness to serve, understanding of the role, commitment to the purpose, and ability, and help the state party better reflect on the diversity of the Democrats. So I'm not sure that asking people to remember specific dates necessarily falls in that. I think their commitment to the work in the future is definitely appropriate.
Marianne,
well, in response, I don't know who actually is even a part of a caucus. I mean, are we here about? I mean, it's not just about seats. I would think we want participation in caucuses. So to me, that would be an eligibility consideration. I mean, and for my vote, that's an eligibility consideration for me to determine. And if I don't know, then I guess I only have to vote for the ones that I know that actually have attended a caucus meeting.
Linda, you have your hand up.
I do. I nominated Barb Green, and she's listening on YouTube, and she has just texted me and asked me if I can answer for her as a nominee.
Yes, I'll allow that.
Okay. So
now excuse me, are you answering the question, or are you using the 1 minute that she's entitled to?
I think she wants me to use the 1 minute. However, I'm waiting for her response, her text response. She just asked me if I could do that. Mike, did you want to?
While we're waiting, I just wanted, and this has had nothing to do with, I'm not a voting member. I just wanted to thank everybody. I have to go start the candidate office hours. So I just want to thank everybody, but I hope y'all let me know how this turns out, or the suspense will probably kill me. So I've enjoyed participating in this, and I thank you all. And I'm going to go start another meeting for the candidates. Thanks.
Thank you, Mike.
Yes, yes, it's the 1 minute she wants me to respond for her.
Go ahead.
Oh, but also she is answering Mary Ann's question. Her last meeting was May 18th on our senior caucus meeting, but she has said she wants me to respond for the 1 minute that she's granted, but I don't know what she wants me to say for that.
Well, how about if I go quickly through the list of the nominees and ask them to respond quickly to Mary Ann's question, and then we'll come back to your 1 minute.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Okay. So we're going to answer Mary Ann's question. Which caucus are you in, and when was the last time the caucus had a meeting? And please keep your answers brief. So Ray Whiting.
Yes, sir.
Please answer Mary Ann's question. Which caucus are you in, and when was the last meeting you attended?
It was the AAC, and it's been a while because I know I missed a few because of health reasons. So to give an exact date, I cannot say. I don't want to come with a date and tell a lie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ariana Islam.
Mine would have been whatever the last date of the last youth caucus meeting was. I believe it was after I had been co-chair for a while, and then I had resigned. I think it was the one after that.
Thank you, Ariana. Barb, we heard from Barb Green. Marquise Washington.
I'm a part of the Black Caucus, and our last meeting, I believe, was May 28th.
Thank you, Marquise. Joyce Brown.
I have attended, I was a guest of two of the senior caucus Zoom calls and also the Black Caucus, which was on the 28th.
Thank you. Pam Garrison.
The Disability Caucus, quarterly, our last meeting was March.
Lenny Stewart. I don't think Lenny is here. So Brenda Weiss. Brenda Weiss, I think, also is not here. Pam, do you have any information on your two nominees?
No, I wasn't expecting that question.
Okay. There's always going to be a test on this, remember. Okay, Josiah Soren.
I am a member of the LGBTQ plus caucus. I have attended every meeting that we have had. The date of the last one, I am not sure. It has been quite a while, so.
Okay. Al Carlson.
I have not attended any meetings. I don't believe I'm officially a member of any caucus right now, but I'm willing to become an active member of the LGBTQ caucus and be an active participant.
Thank you. Okay. Ryan, can we have the ballot link on the Zoom chat? Oh, it is there. So.
Okay, I'm ready to speak for.
Oh, my
Barb
goodness.
Green.
I'm so sorry, Linda.
That's okay. That's okay. No, I know you didn't do that purposefully. All right, I'm going to read what she has written to me to read to you. She says, I've been involved in two of the affirmative action caucuses from the beginning, Women's Caucus and Senior Caucus. Currently Secretary of Senior Caucus, I am a woman over 65. I will insert there, you only have to be 55 to be a voting member of the Senior Caucus. So anybody that wants to join us is welcome. Anytime. You just wouldn't be a voting member. Anybody's welcome. The Senior Caucuses have been very valuable to me, and I have benefited from the monthly meetings and programs that Linda and Andrew have organized. I'm so glad to have met many other senior Democrats across the state. I would have run for the state executive committee, but I ran for Board of Education from Mon County and thought it would be too much for me to do. Since I lost my election for Board of Education, I thought I'd have time to serve on the state executive committee.
Thank you. Selena, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I have a question, but I'd also like to preface the question. My question to all of the nominees is, would you be willing to serve, if selected for these diversity at large positions, would you be willing to serve on the state executive committee for a term of 4 years? That's my question. And let me give the reasoning behind that question. The purpose of what we are doing is, and I love the caucuses. I love that there are questions for us to around building the caucuses, interested in the caucuses. They are very difficult. These are historically underrepresented groups and often very difficult to organize. So with that said, I love that exists. But the whole point of the Affirmative Action Committee is to We have six diversity at-large positions. That is this committee's job to increase the diversity of the state executive committee. That's our job, is to recommend 6 people that will add to the diversity of the state executive committee, regardless of whether they have been or are involved in the caucus. Of course, again, that's a plus, but that is not a requirement for people. What we want is for people to be willing to serve on the state executive committee. So my question of each member is, not each member, I'm sorry, each nominee is, you've got 4 meetings a year, some in person, but most of them have a Zoom option. And there is an attendance policy, just FYI. Would you be willing to serve a 4-year term? And Dottie, you might want to just go down the list and call on people.
Yeah, let's do a quick whip around again. Ray Whiting.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard Selena's question? Are you aware that there are 4 meetings?
Yes, there are 4 meetings. Yes, I will attend them.
Excellent. Ariana Islam.
Yes, I'm willing to be a good member. I think the only time I missed a meeting in the last 4 years was for a funeral, so I always attend them.
Barb Green. Linda, can you answer for Barb?
Yes, she texted me that she is willing.
Marquise Washington.
Yes, I'm willing because we definitely need to be attending the meeting so we're not in the same situation that we're in now where we barely have any Democrats actually elected to office.
Joyce Brown.
Yes, I will. And I need to be excused because I am in the middle of a campaign and I need to get on the call with Mike.
Pam Garrison.
Yes, I would.
Benny Stewart. Oh, Brenda Weiss. Yeah, they're not present. Josiah Soren.
Yes, I would.
And Cal Carlson.
Yes.
Excellent. Are there any other questions or other matters before we can click on the link to vote?
Dottie, I got a message from Lenny and Brenda, and they both said yes, they would.
Thank you, Pam. Any other issues before we vote? Thank you.
Yes, I have a point of inquiry. Pam, I'm concerned about the spelling of Lenny's last name. Could you confirm that prior to voting?
Stewart, Stewart.
Selena, does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Any other impediments to proceeding to voting? Hearing none, let's go for it.
Mm.
Co-Chair Dottie Berger, I'm prepared to share the results and have done some tabulating.
Excellent. Do we get onto the chat or can you put them on the screen?
I will place it on the screen as well as the chat.
Thank you.
And if you'd like, I can also give an evaluation based on the procedures.
That would be most welcome.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so there were 11 responses with the maximum of 6 votes per voter. The responses turned out as such: Ray Whiting with 8, Ariana Islam with 10, Barb Green with 4, Martise Washington with 5, Joyce Brown with 7, Pam Garrison with 9, Lenny Stewart with 2, Brenda Weiss with 4, Josiah Sorrent with 6, Cal Carlson with 6. And so, based on those totals, it would appear that the top 3 who are automatic would be Ariana Islam, CD2 female, Pam Garrison, CD1 female, Ray Whiting, CD1 male. And I'm putting that in the chat. The current balance is CD1 2 members, CD2 1 member, female representative 2 members, male representative 1 member. So for the remaining 3, the next highest vote getter is Joyce Brown, CD1 female with 7 votes. At that point, it would make us CD1 3, CD2 1, female 3, male 1. And so then to finish with CD1 3, CD1 3, CD2, and 3 female, 3 male is to add Kyle Carlson, CD2 male with 6 votes, and then 1 CD2 female, in which we currently have a tie between Barb Green and Brenda Weiss. I will put that in the chat just so that everyone can see what I just said. So the result would be that Ariana Islam, Pam Garrison, Ray Whiting, Joyce Brown, Cal Carlson would be the recommendations, and then there is a tie for the final recommendation between Barb Green and Brenda Weiss. And so therefore, we could move to a runoff ballot, which I do have prepared.
I think that's what we should do. Christina, what do you think?
Yes, I agree. Runoff ballot would be appropriate.
Okay. Please do that, Ryan.
Give me 1 second, please. I'm just getting back to the right screen. I'm pasting the link to the runoff ballot in the chat now. Oh, pardon me 1 second. I need to make sure it says 1 candidate. Should be good to go now. 1 candidate.
Thank you, Ryan.
Dottie,
Yes,
I just received a message that Brenda Weiss would like to concede and give the nomination to Barbara Green without the vote.
oh. Um, I'm sorry, I'm on chat and I can't tell who is talking.
Co-chair Dottie Berger. I believe that was co-chair Baisden.
Yes, thank you. I should have identified myself. I apologize.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I guess that makes it unnecessary to do the ballot. And we can proceed with Barb Green, the final nominee. So congratulations to those selected and thank you to every nominee who was willing to be considered. Christina, would you like to close the session?
Sure, I would be happy to.
And Christine, this is Andrew. I got my hand up just to let
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. And
I recognize. Go ahead, Andrew.
Before we proceed, the position of secretary, is that going to be handled at the next meeting? When you guys have your next ACC CDUC meeting to choose a secretary? I'm the current one.
Can you refresh my memory as to what is the term of office of the secretary?
Probably 4 years. However, I'd be willing to serve as secretary for your next meeting. Then we'll figure it out from there. What do you say?
That sounds good to me. Christina?
Thank you.
Yeah, sounds great.
All
Thank
right.
you, Andrew. I appreciate your willingness to serve.
Indeed. Mary Ann?
Christina, also add to that list, we normally have been having a parliamentarian too, so whenever you post those elections for secretary, I would say to add the parliamentarian also.
Okay. Thank you, Mary.
Who is the current parliamentarian, Mary Ann?
Beats me because I don't know who's on and who's not. So you'd have to ask Selena, I guess. Maybe all the notice. Andrew, do the notices when people resign go to you, or did they go to Selena before?
It's Jared Powell. Jared Powell's the parliamentarian. He wasn't able to attend tonight.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead, please, Christina.
Okay, the election and selection process has concluded. These diversity at large recommendations will be forwarded to the West Virginia State Democratic Executive Committee for consideration at the organizational meeting on Saturday, June 6th. To the individuals selected, please make sure the co-chairs and executive director have your current contact information, and you can email those at ryan@wvdemocrats.com. Ryan, if you could put that in the chat, so just so people can write that down if they don't have it. The West Virginia State Democratic Executive Committee organizational meeting is scheduled for this Saturday, June 6th at 3 p.m. at the West Virginia School Service Personnel Association, which is at 1610 Washington Street East in Charleston. And a virtual option is available. Before we adjourn, I would like to thank everyone again for coming forward and taking a leap of faith in some instances and just participating in this election process tonight, because this process does matter. The purpose of the diversity at large positions is not symbolic. It is to help make sure that communities historically underrepresented in party leadership have a real opportunity to be included in the governing work of the West Virginia Democratic Party. Thank you to the Diversity Caucus co-chairs for continuing to serve. And thank you to the nominees for stepping forward. Thank you to the members for taking this responsibility seriously. And thank you to the guests and observers for their interest in this work. As we move forward, the June 6th organizational meeting, we encourage all diversity caucuses to continue organizing, to hold officer elections with proper notice as soon as practicable, and to remain active in helping build a more inclusive and representative party. So seeing that the agenda is completed, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I have to say one thing.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Selena, I didn't see your hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to say for the folks who were nominated but not elected, that there are several regional positions. I think we received the email today. I should probably pull it out and read the exact ones, but there are several regional vacancies that are available that need to be filled. There are 3 at-large positions that are not diversity at-large. They're just like 3 at-large positions that will be elected on Saturday. And there are several officer positions. It is really important that that we, utilize all of our efforts to encourage people that we think would be great Democrats that would serve in that, especially if they are people of diversity from historically underrepresented groups, we certainly encourage them to run for those positions. So I just wanted to mention that and encourage people to give it another go on Saturday, especially for those at-large positions.
I wanted to thank Selena for all her efforts on this, setting up this committee. She has been a wonderful mentor, and I look forward to seeing her as the first West Virginian elected to chair the National Democratic Committee.
Whoa.
So, Ryan, is there anything else we need to do?
No, thank you all.
Ryan, thank you so much for helping with this process.
Yeah, thank you.
You've been
so
invaluable.
Do we hear a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Any against? No, let's call it unanimous. Thank you.